Good evening, everybody. Mac here. Welcome back to the show. So we have a lot going on today. We have quite a bit to get caught up on. That, first of all, this is the final full week of Retrotember. I believe we're in the third week of Retrotember at this point. And we will have tonight. And this morning we had, week 5 of the Target Fall Geek Out. I hope that went well. Time of recording this, I have no idea what Target is going to be showing, but hopefully it was something that was good. Last week, it was Marvel Legends with the surprise G.I. Joe classified, so hopefully today was something good. Let's see, Retrotember, I talked about that. Oh yes, and we are also on Quest 12 of our year-long campaign, our year-long quest pack of the Spirit Queen's Torment. Can you believe there's only 3 more left? 3 more game nights left, and then we will have gone from Halloween to Halloween. We have tonight and then 2 in October, and that's it. We will have hopefully conquered the Spirit Queen and maybe put her out of her torment by the time we hit Halloween night, because I won't be doing this the first game night of October. It will probably be the second game night of October, so the second Friday of October. And then the final episode, the final chapter, will take place on Halloween night. So next month, we'll be looking forward to that. Also, something that I found, I don't know if you've noticed, but the board here is different. This is actually a neoprene board that I found at a place called Roland Matt's, I think that's just it, rolandmats.com, where they make neoprene game boards for a lot of popular games, tabletop and card games. The standard game mat, or the standard game board for HeroQuest, the squares were 1 inch by 1 inch. These squares are a little bit bigger, that they are 30 millimeters by 30 millimeters. And just to give you an idea of the size difference, like what that means, this is the standard game board. And you can see the difference that there is in the sizing of it. I'm keeping in mind that this isn't even part of the actual board. The coloring is much more vibrant as well. Now, this one, the neoprene board, doesn't have a lot of the deco that this one has. It doesn't have a lot of the skeletons or a lot of the stones, loose stones, things like that. But the larger squares, I'm hoping, because this is actually the first time I'm going to be using it, the larger squares, I'm hoping, will provide for a roomier game, because sometimes whenever we get miniatures up on top of other miniatures, things get crowded, they bump into each other, it gets to be a little frustrating. I'm hoping that doesn't happen with this one, because there's actually 3 sizes available. There is the neoprene mat in the standard size, there is the neoprene mat in the 30 millimeters squares, which is what I got, and then there's a neoprene mat in 40 millimeter squares, but I thought that would be too big. Also, where did it go? Each mat is sent in a scroll case. Actually, it's sent in these tubes for storage, so you can just roll it up and put it in there. So I'm digging that. Here we go, Made with Mana, rolandmats.com. I will leave a link to their website in the show notes below if you want to go check that out. These are in Spain. These are made in Spain, and when I ordered mine, with shipping and everything, it came out to roughly $60, and it got here in 2 weeks. So the price isn't terrible, and the shipping time isn't terrible, considering that it's coming from overseas. What else about this? Oh, and there is also this one, and they also have the First Light game board, which you may or may not have seen by now, but First Light, if you watched my video for that, card and link right in here somewhere, has a reversible game board. The problem with that, and it's happening with mine, and from what I've seen, it's happening with a lot, is that the way that it folds up, this folds up into 4 sections. The First Light game board, because it's meant to fit in a box to fit on a retail shelf, actually folds one more time. So it makes a square when it's all folded up. And what that means is that because it's dual-sided, you don't have one side that has this harder stock backing to it. Both sides are just this more paper backing for the board, but also because it's so weak where it connects, it's actually starting to rip along the seam. And I want to play First Light. I wanted to play the first couple of quests with First Light for you, but I didn't want to use that board. I was afraid that it would rip. So after tonight, seeing how this works out, I may end up ordering the First Light game board as well, the First Light mat as well. We have some new minis here. Not really new, but speaking of First Light, these are the First Light minis that have been painted. Cone has been painted, and Nicolton has been painted. Unfortunately, Mask, our Rogue, and Hendrix, our Bard, has not been painted yet. I mean, look at that right there. Like, you can already tell there's so much more space right there. So, Cone, the Barbarian, is painted. Nicolton, our Wizard, is painted. Mask and Hendrix are not. And one more thing. If you've been trying to find some decent priced miniatures that are basically the same size as HeroQuest, I found this. And this is Lord Soth from the Dragonlance D&D campaign setting. And where I got this, like, I think it was 2002, maybe, the early 2000s, Hasbro put out a miniatures game for D&D and Star Wars. And it wasn't bad, but the problem was you got the miniatures in blind boxes. So to like get the named figures or the named characters and named miniatures you wanted, you had to buy blind boxes, and the blind boxes weren't exactly cheap. I mean, as a matter of fact, once I got Lord Soth, I don't even think I got him through packaging. I think I ended up buying him individually. But where was I going with that? Oh yeah, but once I got Lord Soth, I stopped collecting them, and I don't know where all my D&D minis are right now, but for some reason I found this guy. And if you hold this up to, it's an elf, let's get one of the humans here. If you hold Soth up, whoops, to one of the HeroQuest minis, it actually fits size-wise, scale-wise really well, because these are an odd scale. They're not exactly 28 millimeters. I think they're a little bit off from 28, but these D&D minis work real well. So Lord Soth may make an appearance tonight as well. Might use him for like a Dread Warrior if that shows up. So I'm really getting into like this customizing for HeroQuest, like new matte painted minis, new minis. So I'm having a lot of fun with this now. It's only taken a year, I know. So hopefully you will enjoy this, and hopefully we will be able to do another quest once this one is over next month. Now, speaking of the Spirit Queen's Torment, if this is your first time, there is a playlist, card and link right there, of our journey so far if you want to get caught up with us. But we are on quest 12 tonight. We had just finished, I believe it was the water. Yeah, we had just finished the Tower of Water, and we are now going into the Tower of Wind, and then there will be the Tower of Fire, and then the final confrontation will take place in like the Central Spire, where we will presumably face the Spirit Queen. So let's not waste any more time, and let's open up our HeroQuest app. Now, just like the past 2 times, I'm not going to show you the app on camera because I think that just wasted space. Honestly, after doing it for almost a year with the app running over there on that side of the board, the one night I had to do it, the one night I had to put it up without the app running over there, I think it works better just being able to see the board. our Friday night game night. Where are we at? Spirit Queen's Torment.
Select a quest.
Let's bring up the volume a little so you can hear this when they talk. And here we are, the Tower of Air, then the Tower of Fire, then the Spire of Spirits. Let's do this.
You cross the narrow walkway to a tower of white stone, the Tower of Air. A door allows you access to a winding hallway, which leads to a stairwell. As you climb, you hear howling winds. Some of the cacophony comes from outside the tower, but some appears to be within the tower. The moaning of the wind reminds you of the haunting cries of spirits.
Nice. Okay. So we are starting... Okay, so we're starting here in the middle. As you make your way across the walkway, strong winds howl around the white stone Tower of Air. Windswept halls. Fierce gales whip through the halls, threatening to knock you down. You must search the spire for the element of air artifact to reveal the exit to the next tower. Once you have obtained the artifact, make your way further into the Tower of Elements to reach the Spirit Queen.
May the winds guide you.
Okay. So the first thing I need to do is figure out which way this is supposed to be facing. Oh, no. Okay, I think we're going that way. So we have a closed door here. We have our stairs here. Like even putting that piece down, you can see how much bigger the squares are. And then we have Hendrix here. We have Cone here. We have, no, I'm sorry. Hendrix is here, Colton is here, and then Mask is here. All right, so it is Cone's turn. There's no beasties in here. There's no nothing in here. So we're just going to move them into door opening position. And look at that already. The door doesn't even really interfere. It encroaches on the square, his square a little bit, but because the square is so much bigger, he can move in to it. Imagine that. Don't open the door yet. Then we'll have Mask over here. Have Hendrix here. And we'll have Nicolton here. Now, as we're doing this, remember that we have Cone, who is our barbarian. And he is, let's pull out the character sheet here. We have Cone, who is our barbarian. He has a two-handed battle axe for 4D damage. He also has a 3D crossbow. He has Borin's armor, which is an artifact. And Borin's armor was the artifact of Earth that got us through the Tower of Earth. And what Borin's armor does, this magical suit of plate gives you 2 extra defense dice. Unlike normal plate, this mysterious ultralight metal does not slow down its wearer, may be combined with the helmet and or shield, may not be used by the wizard. So that was the first artifact. So let's put this character sheet over here. And then Mask is our rogue. And she is just decked out, to be completely honest, because she has her bandolier, which serves as a toolkit for trap springing. It also gives her like unlimited throwing daggers. She has Orc's Bane sword, which gives you 2 attacks against an orc. She has the Phantom Blade for her offhand, which means you can stabby stab and ignore armor at least once a adventure. And she has the rabbit boots that let her jump over a trap. Hendrix, our bard, has a anti-poison quill and the elixir of life. And our wizard Nicolton is also decked out. He has the Talisman of Lore, which raises his mind points by 1. He has the Spell Scroll of Courage. He has the Spell Scroll of Tempest. He has the Spell Scroll of Fiery Wrath. He has the Wizard's Staff, which gives him 2 attack dice instead of 1. And he has the Ring of Fortitude that raises his body by 1. So our team, like, and that wasn't even talking about their normal weapons or their magic spells. Our team is decked out. So let's get them all over to here. Let's go back to Cone and let's open this door. Okay, so right off the bat, we have a skeleton right here. And that's it. I don't like that, but let's roll some movement. Whoop. Open door. Let's roll some movement and let's get the team out there. So Cone rolls 7, which means he's just going to go straight up to him. Okay, so he comes through. We have another door right here. Okay. Oh, and we have another door right here. The winds of this hall blow with such force that you may be swept off your feet. Roll 1 combat die to withstand the howling gales. Oh man, what does that mean? What does that even mean? I moved him up to here. So let's see. Roll 1 combat die. All right. I'm not sure what we even want. I don't think it's that, though, because we got a monster shield. You take advantage of the blowing winds, move 2 additional squares in the direction of your choice. He doesn't need to. Okay, so this is going to affect us differently each time. So we move Cone up to there. He has his 2-handed axe, which is damage of 4. There's 4D. Let's also get our skeleton card out so that you can see what we're up against. Only 2 attack, 2 defense, 1 body. And he rolls 3 hits. And that means the skeleton is automatically kaput because he can't defend against that. Kill. All right. The skeleton is no more. So next up is Mask, and we're going to move her out to here. So I'll blow off your feet. Okay, so this is going to get annoying real fast, I feel. This is kind of like the Tower of Water, where, like, in the corridors, things kind of... Okay. The force of the gales knocks you around. Oh, so it's moving her. Okay, so we're going that way. And we have a mummy. A mummy. The mummies are muy dangerous. So we go right there. I mean, already it feels like I have so much more room, and I mean that too. Okay, so now it's Hendrix's turn. So we need to roll some movement dice for him. 8. Okay, so 1, 2. Going to move him to here. Once again, rolling our wind die. You take advantage of the blowing wind, move 2 additional squares in the direction of your choice. Okay, so we want anything but a skull. And he doesn't need to move any more squares. Let me find the mummy card so that you can see what we're up against here. There is the mummy, 3 attack, 4 defense, 2 body, and Hendrix, our bard, is wielding a long sword for 3D damage. So let's roll this, see what we come up with. 2 hits. Not the best. 2 hits there. And what is their defense? 4 defense. So it's very possible the mummy is going to defend. Oh no! It's very possible our mummy is going to defend. Our mummy did not defend. 2 hits, only has 2 body. The mummy is no more. All right. So that means Colton comes out now. And he's just going to take his minimal movement to there. And let's see what happens to him. Shield. So he gets to stay where he is. So that's the end of that turn, but now we need to bring Cone down. And I'm actually going to roll movement dice since we have these winds blowing. And since we're all over here, we're going to open this door. So he moves to here with no problem. Yes, we're opening the door. Okay, so we have a closed door here. We have an open door now here. And that's it. I don't trust that. So we're going to move mask the minimum of 2 to get inside. And she is going to search for traps. Oh, we have a trap. Right there. So let me turn this towards you. Right there, that skull. There is our trap. And that's it. Okay. So then we'll move Hendrix in. We're not even going to mess with that trap. We don't need to do anything to that trap. He'll search for secret doors. No secret doors. And now we'll just get the rest of the team in here for our door busting maneuver. For those of you that haven't watched before, when there's no monsters, I don't make you sit here and watch me roll movement dice. I only really roll the movement dice whenever there's monsters around, because what's the point if we're just moving there and you don't want to see me roll movement dice all night? Let me move our team in. And yes, we are opening the door. Ah, we have furniture. We have our desk right here. Takes up 4 squares. See, and it still takes up 4 squares. It's a little roomier, but it still takes up the same amount of squares there. Up. We have goblins. So we have a goblin here. We have a goblin here. And we do have a Dread Warrior, which means Soth is going to be coming out. And we're going to put him right here. So there we go. That's cool. Got to get some new minis. I'm not good at painting the minis. That's why I really like these ones from that D&D game, because this is actually, let me see if I can get focused in. That's actually a pre-painted mini right there. It came like that. Is that everything? That is everything. Let's move Cone in. Cone will attack the Dread Warrior. Let me get cards set up for you. There is our Dread Warrior. And there is our less dangerous goblins. Movement dice. 5. So we're just going to run him right up the middle to take on Soth. And attack dice. D4. Or 4D6. 4D skull. Whatever we want to call it. Big swing and a miss. Oh. Oh. Cone. Not the best maneuver there, buddy. Okay. So, Next up is Mask, and we will move her in, and she's going to engage one of the goblins. Actually, we're going to bring her in since we have all of that movement, and she's going to flank our Dread Warrior right here. And she is going to use, Ambidextrous. So she will get 2 attacks this round. So her first attack with Orc's Bane, which I think is a short sword. Yeah, just 2 attack dice. 2 hits. Okay, nice. Dread Warrior's defense is 4. Dread Warrior does not defend, so that's 2 hits. And because he defended on this attack, her dagger attack, it's only D1, but her dagger attack he cannot defend against. So if she rolls a skull, I think our Dread Warrior is out of the game. She rolled a skull, and our Dread Warrior is out of the game. So Cone acted as a big distraction while Mask was able to come in and just own. All right, up next, we have Hendrix, our Bard. Just 5 spaces, but that's all he's going to need. We're going to move him in and just wrap around here and attack. He has a long sword, so he gets D3. And that is 2 hits. And the goblin only has 1 defense and 1 body, so that goblin is no more. Okay. And that leaves Nicolton. Not even going to waste a spell. All right. So he comes in to engage the goblin with his wizard staff. Only 2D. 1 hit. The goblin has D1 for attack. And okay, that was a pretty good house cleaning for our first major encounters. Like the skeleton we took out, the mummy we took out, but this was like the first real party. We cleaned the room. So let's come back around to Cone. First thing we're going to do, search for traps. No traps. Come around to Hendrix, and we're going to search for secret doors. No secret doors. Come back around to Mask and search for treasure. A dispatch on the desk notes the Spirit Queen in the Spire of Spirits making excellent progress unlocking the magical secrets stolen from the orcs. Okay. That's it. Okay then. All right, so no secret doors. No secret doors. We're going to come out to this one. So once again, I'm not going to roll. I'm just going to move us out here. If anything wonky happens, I'll let you in on the secret. But for now, there's going to be a slight jump while I get all of our boys, or our team rather, from here to here. So be right back with you in a second. Okay, so that actually went faster than I thought. We got Cone to the door, but then a mummy showed up here, and the rest of the party is still in the room back there. So, picking up from here, we're going to roll some movement for Cone first. I mean, I'm pretty confident he's going to be able to handle that mummy on his own. You know what? As a matter of fact, I think we're just going to have him step out to here. And then he's going to use his crossbow, because he does have a crossbow, and that only does D3, but he can shoot him from down the hallway. So where's that mummy card again? So he has defense of 4. So yeah, let's try this. Whoops. Movement dice. Whoa! 3 hits with the crossbow. Defense of 4. Okay, so just remember that. There's an extra skull there. So he took 2 damage. 1, 2. And the mummy is no more. Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to go back to the original plan. I'll see you in a second. Okay, so here we are in our door-busting formation. We're going to be coming into this little room right here. So let's kick that door open and see what we have inside. We have another door. Okay. Then we have our open door here. Okay. Okay, and then we have orcs. Oh, orcs! She gets to actually use her Orcbane sword now. So she's going to get possibly 3 attacks on the orcs to see if they can weather it. And we have another Dread Knight, so we're bringing Soth back into the game. Here we go. All right, let's get Cone in there. Let's roll some dice. 4, not very good, but let's also get the mummy card out of there. There is our Dread Warrior, and there are our orc. All right. So 3, 4, so he can just come right up the center to attack. Rolling the axe, D4, 4D, whatever you want to say, and with 1. All right, all right. Not doing good against the Dread Warriors here. 4 defense. Well, it's a hit. I'll take it. It's better than nothing. All right, so let's get these out of the way because now we're going to bring Mask in on the fight, and we're going to see what her Orc Slayer sword can do. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, okay, so we're just going to bring her in around to here to attack this one. Okay, now is it a 1? I've never actually used this. Is it just a once per? When using this magical short sword, you roll 2 attack die. You may attack twice if attacking an orc. Okay, so it's not once per mission or once per quest. It's on. And she's going to be using ambidextrous. Okay, that was a big miss. Not great. There's 1 hit. And how many defense? 2 defense for the orc. 1 defense, okay. But now she also gets to attack with her dagger, and he doesn't get to roll defense on that. Come on, he only has 1 body point. Ah, they are exchanging blows. Oh, shoot. No one's gone down yet. Okay, Hendrix. Hendrix is going to come in with the big numbers. And we're going to move him up to this orc up here. And attack with his longsword. 1 hit. Oy. And the defense is 2. He only needs 1 hit to put him down. Nice. At least that orc has been taken out of the game. And now we have Nicolton coming in. We have a lot of steel swinging in this one. Whoops. So I think what we're going to do is bring Nicolton up to here, since he can attack diagonally with his wizard staff. For 2. Okay, 1 hit, 4 defense. 1 defense, so that is a wash, and the baddies get to go for the first time tonight. Okay, let's, Zargon's turn. Let's see what happens. The orc attacks. 3 hits on Mask. Mask's defense is 3 defense because she is wearing what? She just has bracers. That's all she has. Okay. Come on. Ooh. Ooh. She has 5 hit points. She took 3 hits. She's down to 2 hit points. Bummer. Okay, she does not have any healing capabilities, so we may have to rely on some people for that. Okay. The Dread Warrior swings 3 hits on Cone. He has a defense of 5. Wait, is that right? Warren's armor, helmet. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Okay. 2 defense, 3 defense, 3 hits. Cone, not Conan. Cone is good. All right. Who's up next? Oh, that's it. It's our turn again. So Cone is going to swing his mighty axe one more time at the Dread Warrior. 2 hits. Okay. 4 defense. No defense. 2 hits. I do believe the Dread Warrior, yes, is no more. So we take Soth off the playing field once again. And it is Mask's turn, so she's going to swing with the Orc Sword, Orc's Bane. Ooh, good. 2 hits right there. No defense. That orc is no more. Sweet. All right. So there we go. She needs some healing. Before we do anything else, let's see what we got as far as healing goes. We only have 1 healing potion. I should have bought some healing potions. Okay, so Hendrix is going to give Mask a healing potion that restores 1d6 body. 4. Oh, cool. Okay, so that puts her back up to 5. So she's good. Hendrix no longer has a healing potion. So now, unless we find something, we are completely relying on spells. All right, so Hendrix's turn. It's fruitless at this point, I know. Search for traps. No traps. Nicolton, search for secret doors. What would the point be? Secret doors. And we'll come back around to Cone. Search for treasure. Draw a treasure card. Where did I put the treasure cards? Okay, here we go. Shuffle. And then draw one and see what happens. Could be a wandering monster, could be a trap, a hazard, could be gold. Wandering monster. Who are the wandering monsters for this? Mummies? Mummies. Really? Okay. 1 hit with 5 defense. No defense whatsoever. So Cone takes 1 point of damage. That brings him down to, oh no, 7. Okay. So now it is Cone's turn to attack with his axe. Turn around every now and then. Okay. 2 hits. And what's the mummy's defense? 4 defense. Okay. So 2 hits with 4 defense. 1 save, which means 1 hit. Okay, the mummy is still up. Mask's turn. Doesn't need to roll movement because she can just take that minimum movement of 1. Attacks with the short sword. 1 hit. Mummy rolls defense. Mummy defends. But now Mask gets a free attack with her dagger. Come on. Give me a skull, give me a skull, give me a skull. Skull. The mummy is kaput. All right. So that was it. All right. So let's move them into door breaking mode. What do you think of the new mat? I know it's hard to tell just by looking, but I am really liking it. There's a lot more room here. It doesn't feel nearly as crowded as the game usually does. So I am really digging this larger scaling for the game. Oh, wait, I gotta put this card back. Open the door. Another mummy. Just hanging out. Okay. Turn around. Bright eyes. All right. So he doesn't have to roll movement because he's just going to step in and engage. All right. 4 attack. Shoot. Okay. So, roll movement dice for Mask. Move cone in. And now we're at Mask's turn, and she rolled 6. So she can come in to here. So instead of ambidextrous, what she is going to use is she has a skill that is called Opportunistic Strike, that when she is flanking a character, like she is now, she can roll 1 additional die. So that will let her roll 3 dice instead of 2 for her short sword. 2 hits. All right. 4 defense. No defense. Nice. All right. So, we're just going to bring Hendrix in here. He is going to search for traps. No traps. Okay, so we'll bring Nicolton in here. Search for secret doors. We have found a secret door. Where have we found it? Oh, right here. Okay. So let's move to our door busting positions. Just move forward, hang back, and then cone, steps up, yes. We have a bookshelf and something blue. I've never seen that before. So, bookshelf, taking up 3 spaces as it should. A whirlwind shimmers with magical energy that is reminiscent of a portal. Okay. Use a pit tile to represent the whirlwind on the game board. All right, so I believe that was here. Okay. And that's it. That's all we know. So we have to actually go in and step to it. All right, so first in. Search for traps, as always. No traps. All right. Mask. Step in. I doubt it, but we're going by the numbers here. Search for secret doors. No secret doors. Okay. Hendrix comes in. Let's take Opportunistic Striker off the board. Search for treasure. Treasure card. Okay. And we have another wandering monster, which means we will be getting another mummy. Yes? Yes. All right, where'd the mummy mini go? Uh-oh. Oh no, the sword is a little bent. All right, so mummy, okay? So it's not going to do anything. So all Nicolton can do is move up. And Zargon's turn. So the mummy attacks. 2 hits on Cone, who's rolling 5 defense dice. Two defense, no hits. Nice. Okay, back around to Cone, rolling 4 damage. Or 4D? D4. 4D. 2 hits. 4 defense. 1 defense. So 1 hit. All right. So Mask will just step in. And once again, she will use Opportunistic Striker. Why not? It worked the last time. 2 hits. Nice. Very nice. Defense. 1 defense. No more mummy. All right. So there's nothing hidden in the bookshelf. Okay, so we have a vortex. We have a whirlwind. Only one thing to really do. We're going to move Cone to that whirlwind and see what happens. He is taken to here. Okay, so we have another pit trap to use as... So it's just a portal across the board. That's cool. Could I have gotten there on my own, though? That's the question. All right, so Cone is right there. And then we have another bookcase. All right, so move him in. A whirlwind shimmering with magical energy that is reminiscent of a portal. It's just going to say the same thing. Use a pit trap. Yeah. Okay, so move him in 1. Search for traps. Okay, we're good. So the next one to come over will be Mask. And she'll just move to here. And then we have Hendrix. And we'll just move him to here. It's a much longer board to reach across now, too. And then we have Nicolton, who was outside the whole time, who doesn't know what the crap is going on. The Portal Master shall be the final one. And then we'll move him to here. So they've all portaled to another room, which is cool. But how? There's no doors. So the obvious choice now is search for secret doors. We have a secret door. Go figure. All right. We have a secret door right here. So, door-busting formation. Everybody's just going to move forward. How fortuitous. Here, and yes, open the door. What do we have? Okay, so we have a closed door here. And that's it. Okay, move him in 1. Search for traps. No traps. Okay. So we're going to bring Mask in. Position her here. And while she's there, once again, search for secret doors. No secret doors are found. Okay. Treasure. Where did the cards go? All right. Whoops. Gold! It's about time. All right. Amidst old rags, tattered fur, robes, and soiled blankets, you find a collection of 15 gold coins. Record the money on your character sheet. Do not return this card to the deck. All right, so there is our first treasure of the evening. All right, and then we'll bring the Colton in. And then back to Cone, being the one to kick in the door. All right. Yes. Are you kidding? I could have gotten here on my own. I kind of was hoping that the so up. We just take it up here. No, move it over one. I was kind of hoping that the portal was taking us someplace we couldn't have gotten to on our own. Mummy and a zombie. Okay. Mummy here. Where's the zombies? Zombie right in front here. All right. So we have, once again, Mummy, which we've been seeing a lot of because they are also our wandering monster, and our zombie that is just a tad under the Mummy. All right. First one up, Cone. I'm going to see if we can get him in deep enough to engage the Mummy. And we can. So he's going to come in, attack the Mummy. So we have D4. Oh, cool. 3 hits. He has 4 defense. I have a feeling we'll at least just remember that. I need to bring out some of the extra dice. Just remember, there's 3 hits, not 2. No defense. 3 hits, 1, 2, 3. Done. The Mummy is no more. All right, so that gives us Mask next. Actually, she doesn't need to roll because she's just going to do her standard 2 square move. Using ambidextrous, 2 attacks. 2 hits. Nice. Very nice. The zombie only has 3 defense. Okay. She took out the zombie. Sweet. No more zombie. Let's bring in Hendrix. Search for traps. No traps. Bring in Colton. Actually, let's just move them because I have a feeling okay. So this is going to be really stupid. I've moved them into these positions, and now I'm going to search for treasure, and now I'm going to get a wandering monster that's going to attack Colton from behind. Oopsie. All right. Do I want to do this? Yeah, I want to do this. Search for treasure. Draw a treasure card. All right. Come on. This may have been a horrible, horrible mistake. Jewels! He found jewels. Okay, so what do we got? You find a small wooden box. It is simple looking and very old. Within it, you discover it is lined with velvet and contains very small jewels worth 50 gold coins. Record the money on your character sheet. Do not return this card to the bottom of the deck. Nice. So there's more money right there. Now we are ready to bust open the door that takes us to where we've been already. That's kind of jive. Like, I don't know. I have a feeling. And what we're wanting is probably going to be right here. I just have that feeling. So let's move cone out 1 square. Oh. Bollocks. Okay. We have a zombie. Zombies. Right there. The corridors are still a little narrow, you can see, but I think that's just because of having walls on both sides. I think the squares are the same. That, like, if you take away these drop shadows, the squares would be the same size, but it still has like sort of a claustrophobic look. Oh yeah, that's right, I have to roll this. It still has like that claustrophobic look for a hallway, which I kind of dig. Ah, skull. Okay, where's he going? He got pushed all the way back. All right. So he's just going to shoot with the crossbow that he has. 3 dice. 2 hits. All right. 3 defense. Okay, 1 hit, but I think that's all it takes. Yes. Zombie, no more. All right. So now we have... Okay, so Mask's turn. Roll some movement dice. We're just going to go that way and see what happens. Now, you know what? I think we're going to come down here. I think we're going to come down here because I feel like what I was supposed to do was go around through here, get to there, pop through here, and then it's over here. So we're just going to go the way that Conan got blown, actually. So that's 5. Okay. Okay. Move an additional 2 squares of your choice. So 1, 2. So she's out here now. Nothing new. Nothing to be seen. Okay. Hendrix. Let's get these out of here. 7. So 6 will put him there. A skull. Where does he end up? Oh. Wait. Okay. Swept off your feet. I did this already. Shield. Take advantage, move 2 more squares. I did that once already. Why is it doing it again? And there's a skeleton down here. Here. No, here. Okay. All right, I think the bard, Hendrix, has a crossbow. So we have D3. 3D. Two hits. And the skeleton has what? 2, is that a skeleton? Yeah, it's a skeleton. 2 defense. Okay. One defense, but 1 hit. So that skeleton is out of the game. All right. Okay. So now it's Nicolton's turn. I don't know what went on with Hendrix, why he got bumped twice. 5, 6, 7. Okay. So 6 will put him here. Yeah. Skull. Knocks you around. He doesn't go anywhere? Okay. Oh, I think because where it would have knocked him back, Cone is there, so he can't move. Okay, I got it. So now it's Cone's turn. Okay, so I want to get to here. I want to be here. So I'm going to bring them around, and we're going to get here. Once again, another cut. I'm not going to make you watch this whole thing. So be back in a second. Okay, so here we are. We have our team lined up here. We have a closed door here and a closed door here. We also have a skeleton right here. Cone is the first one in line. He's going to pull out his crossbow, and we're going to shoot the skeleton with 3D. 2 hits. Skeletons have 2 defense. That skeleton is defeated. All right, so we remove this one. And we're going to bring Mask in just to here and then search for traps. Okay, so first we're going to hit our broom closet right here. Now let's open this one up. And what do we have? A door. Okay. Okay. All right. And no baddies. So, 1-step check. Search for traps. Ooh, you see something suspicious right in front. All right. So I don't know how good you're going to be able to see that, but there is a trap. At least it's not right in front of the door. So now that we know that is there, we're just going to position ourselves around. And there we go. Now Cone is going to bust open that door. Oh, we have a chest. Ooh. That could be our guy. And we have another closed door here. Ah, look. Huzzah. I'll bet that's it. I'll bet that's it. Do we have any monsters in here? Anything at all? Any end boss? Is that? That is a gargoyle. Skadoosh. Okay. All right. End boss fight. We have spells. We have special attacks. We're actually going to use them this time. Let's do this. Okay, so 9, so he can come charging right in and probably set off a trap now that I think about it. No. Okay, 4 attacks. How many defense does he have? 5 defense. So the Gargoyle and Cone are kind of 1-1 right now. 1 hit. 1 hit with 5 defense. Oy. Is that 5? That's 5. Great Googa Mooga. Okay, so 1 hit, he has 3 body. Okay. It is Mask's turn, so we move her in. 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, that's enough to bring her down to flank. And we're going to go with 3 dice instead of ambidextrous. No, we're going to do ambidextrous. And I'll tell you why in a second. Okay, so she has 1 hit, which means the gargoyle has to defend. Okay. And the gargoyle defends, but now, let me see something here. Oh, okay. I thought it gave you an automatic, once per round, or once per quest, it could give you an automatic hit, her Phantom Dagger. But no, once per quest, it can just go through, like you don't get to defend against it. So, there's a miss. Okay, but at least she did 1. I recorded that, right? No. Did she do 1? She did 1. No, he defended. She didn't do anything. So now it is our bard's turn. 5, 6, 7. Now before we move him in, let's take a look at what we got. We're going to try and put him to sleep. We're going to move him down to here because he can attack on diagonal with his longsword if this doesn't work. And we're going to cast a spell. Bard spell, Lullaby. Cast. And Spellbreaker failed. He put the gargoyle to sleep. I freaking love that. Okay, so let's read what this does. Lullaby. This spell may be cast on any one monster. The target falls into a deep sleep and cannot move, attack, or defend. The spell can be broken at once or on the target's future turns by rolling 1 red die for each of the target's mind points. On a roll of 6, the spell is broken. This spell has no effect on targets with 0 mind points. So he's going to stay asleep until he breaks the spell. That is awesome. Okay. So then we're going to bring in Nicolton. Let's roll some movement dice here. 4, 5. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm not sure if that's going to give him hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no, 5 just brings him right in here. I don't know if he has line of sight or not since Cone is in the way. Because we're going to try casting. What do we want to cast here? Ball of Flame. But I'm not sure if he has line of sight since Cone is in the way. No line of sight. Okay. All right. So we will hold on to that. And it is Zargon's turn. Yes. Gargoyle opens its maw and unleashes a powerful gust of gale force wind. What are you talking about? He's asleep. This is him snoring. Oh boy. Okay. The sheer force of the breath attack knocks you over. So what does that mean? Okay. That's why is it just sort of hung up now? I think the app froze. Give me a second. Are you kidding me? Okay, so luckily all I had to do was save and exit and then jump back in, and that unfroze the app. I think the app is confused because it wants to use its breath attack, but he's asleep. So I think that kind of like screwed the app's game plan up. So we're going on with Cone. And for attack, 2 hits. Now, I've always, especially for like Gargoyle, I still have always rolled defense because it's just like how strong the Gargoyle is. So he has 2 attacks, 5 defense. It's 2 hits anyway. 1, 2, done, and the Gargoyle is defeated. Okay, sorry about that little hang up right there. All right, so next up is, let's do Hendrix. Jump to Hendrix. Let's search for traps. No traps, nothing there. So let's have Mask. Search for treasure. You find 240 gold coins in this treasure chest. Really? That's it? I mean, not that that's it, but I was hoping for, you know, our thing. So let's put 240 gold on the back on her sheet. 240 gold pieces. Oh, wait, what's this? There's more. Neatly folded into the chest, you also find a mantle you recognize as a wizard's cloak. Draw the wizard's cloak artifact and add the item to the character sheet. Okay, so... all right, so Nicolton is starting to get geared up too, just as a wizard should. Just as a wizard should. Here is the wizard's cloak. Let me read it to you. This magical cloak made of shimmering fabric is covered with mystic runes. It can be worn only by the wizard, giving them 1 extra defense dice. Nice. So he now has 3 defense instead of 2, which, considering what we're getting into, I have a feeling is going to be important. I really thought that Gargoyle was going to be a little bit more beefy. As you take the cloak from the chest, you notice it is embroidered with gusts of wind. This is one of the keys needed to advance through the towers, the artifact of air. The exit reveals itself. Make your way through the door to the redstone tower of fire. Okay. That is here. There is our exit door. So all we have to do is come into this room. Nice. All right. So let's set up to kick this door in and see if we have one final fight in this room before anything else happens. Do we want to open the door? Yes. What do we have in here? A whole lot of lumps. Okay. Well, at least we didn't waste the ball of fire. Okay, so we have... let's get this door open first. We have an open door. We have a Dread Warrior. We have a Goblin. And we have an Orc. A Triumvirate right here. Okay. So the first one in is going to be Cone. And we know where Cone's going. Or is he? Only 3. So engage here. Whoop, nope, wrong, too far. 1, 2, 3. Shoots with the crossbow. He can do that. One hit with a defense of 4. No hits. All right. And now it's Mask's turn. Does she need to roll? Yeah. Okay, so she's just going to come in here and engage the Orc because she's basically made for taking on Orc. So, short sword. She'll be using ambidextrous. Miss, but she gets to attack again. 1 hit. How many defense? 2 defense. No defense. The orc is no more. All right, so now we bring in Hendrix. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Three attack with his longsword. Ooh, only 1 hit, but he only has 1 defense because he's a goblin. That's a hero shield, right? Yeah, okay. So the goblin is out of commission. And now we can bring in the Colton. And because Cone wasn't able to go up to the Dread Warrior. 3, oh my goodness, 1, 2, 3. We should have line of sight, cast a spell, fire, ball of flame, right? That's what we wanted to use. That was the one that does 2. Yep. Okay. Fireball. Boom. Ah! He made his saves both times, so the spell did nothing. That's a bummer. Okay, next. Zargon's turn. He, of course, comes up to Cone. All right. 2 hits, but Cone has a defense of 5. Just so you know, although you've seen it a couple of times tonight, a lot more Dread Warriors. I'm waiting to run into like more than 1 in a room. 2 hits, 1 defense, 1 hit, which puts him down to 6. All right. Whoops. That's our exit door. Okay. So now it's Cone's turn. 4 attack dice. Yeesh. 1 hit. 4 defense. No defense, so he takes damage for the first time. Let's get Mask in here. Let's get her into the fight. Does she need to... No, she's just going to step in. All right, and 3 dice. Advantageous attack, or whatever we're calling it. 1 hit. Oh. 4 defense. She got a hit in. He only has 1 more hit left. I don't think the Bard has any actual offensive weapons. His stuff is all buff and support, right? Healing Song and Inspiring Tale, yeah. Okay, so we're just going to 1, 2. He has a long sword, which allows him to attack from an angle. Whoops, I keep hitting that door. 2. Okay. 1 more. That one is done. All right. It would come down to Soth. All right. So, search for traps. None. Okay. I mean, it's just done after this. Yes. Okay, so yeah, it's it's game. So, cone to the door. Oh my goodness, we have to actually roll before... If he gets blown away while trying to open this freaking door. Monster shield. Don't want to go 2 additional spaces. We want to open this door. The barbarian has exited the quest. All right. Mask. Up, up, and away. I don't believe they're making me do this. Ugh. So she gets knocked up to here. This is ridiculous, guys. Come on. Leave. Colton. Shield. Leave. All right, and mask again. The elf just keeps getting knocked around. Ugh. The elf really is getting knocked around. Okay, so bring him back. Just, we're not doing this. Leave. Yes. The rogue has exited the game. Has exited the dungeon. All right. The windswept halls and its guardians prove no match for you. With the 3rd artifact in hand, you have completed the trials of the Tower of Air. And that is it. We have 2 more quests, and both of them will be taken care of next month. I hope you enjoyed this one. Once again, like, I always wish that, like, there was more furniture. I like seeing the furniture at the end, especially now that we were playing with the new board. I wanted to really see how the furniture sat on the pieces. Like, they still take up the same amount of squares. Like, 3 squares here, 3 squares here. So... like, it still works out. I just wanted to see more of the furniture, more of the game pieces in, just to see how it played out. What did you think of the new board? You may not have been able to tell too much just from watching, but for me, moving the characters, moving the figures, moving the minis, and moving them up to each other, engaging, having the doors here, like, I very rarely, sometimes there was a little bit of nudging of the doors, but like very rarely did the doors get in the way. If you remember when I was using the regular board, there were a lot of times where I had to just like move the door out because of all the character work that was going on, but this time it was no problem. I really like this. I will definitely be getting the First Light version of this mat, and like I said, link for this in the description below. Check out Roland Mats, see if there's something there that you like. Like, they even have a mat for Pokemon duels, which I think is pretty cool. So they have a lot of stuff to take a look at, like Pokemon trading card games. So they have a lot of stuff to take a look at if you've never been there before. Check them out. And don't forget to come back next month. Not the first Friday of October, but the second Friday of October will be Quest 13, the Tower of Fire, and then on Halloween, the Spire of Spirits. So definitely come back, check that out. If you didn't watch, if you didn't see what showed up for the Fall Geek Out today, check that video out. If I remember to put it in at the end of the video, it'll be right there. And yeah, come on back on Sunday for Sunday Show and Tell. There's, at the time I'm recording this, I already know there's a lot of interesting stuff to talk about on Sunday as well. So I hope to see you then. I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know what you thought of the map, or the mat, the board, and I will see you for Quest 13. Don't touch that dial. Before you go, please remember to do all the YouTube things, like, share, comment, subscribe. If you already are a subscriber, what a legend you are. If you like what we do here and you want to help the channel grow, please consider becoming a member, whether through YouTube memberships or our coffee monthly subscription. Links to that in the description below. Both of them for $1 a month, you can get access to exclusive content, such as our monthly member exclusive video. So until next time, my friends, play well, stay safe, stay healthy, and as always, thank you for watching.